Hey everyone, Alec from the Mat Martial Arts here. Today I'm going to show you a quick tip on a hook punch drill that you can practice at home or in your studio. Make your punch stronger, more on target, and make sure that your power goes through that target rather than to that target. So let's get started. What we're going to do is we're going to put ourselves up against this wall. It's got some nice cushion on it. You can put some gloves on if you want to. Otherwise, you just have to work through the drill, put as much power as you're comfortable with. You're going to take your stance in your fighting position with your rear side along the wall. So that's hip and shoulder almost touching. As you're lining yourself up, you're going to be punching with your front side that's the one that's farthest away from that wall. Just working your hook punch. You can go different angles. So when you throw that hip around for that punch, you're going to contact the punch and it's going to be just past your middle line. I'm not winding up into my punch. I'm going to try to throw the punch from the spot as best as I can without opening myself up first. You're really working on rotating those hips, getting that foot to turn over, and let the hand slingshot over as quickly as you can so that lead hook becomes really effective in a person coming in motion. That way you can step off line and strike while they're coming in. So while you get in your stance, think of just lifting that elbow out to the side, turn that hand up in a vertical position, and then slap right through. The target starts off in the center of my body, but I need to be able to go through the technique. What happens a lot of times is people end up kind of yo-hoing it like a pirate, or they rotate and push their arm all the way across, and they don't realize that they actually need to be rotating their body through, but they need this section of the space that I need to punch within is from the power start to the power end. I need to have all of that perfectly aligned so that my body can give the most power possible. So when I rotate through, it gets me right to that spot. If I go a little higher, this is an opportunity for you to explore different options, different styles, have different ideas. Some people will talk about that hand rotating as it gets higher up, so you can come a little bit more vertical and inverted with that hand if you're going head high or slightly higher. And if you're coming lower, it's a little bit more of a scooping motion. So it's not quite coffee mug, so when you come through at the same level as your arm, shoulder, hand, all of that still relatively in that same plane, your hand is vertical like you're drinking it from a coffee mug. But when you go higher, you're going to start to pour that mug so the liquid comes on top of you. You might end up going all the way down with your thumb. If you're coming lower, it's a little bit more of an uppercutting motion. So you can sneak that hand upward because your wrist position is going to be a little wonky when you go lower or higher, trying to keep that vertical spot the whole time. So line yourself up to a wall. Get nice and solid with your stance. Give a small gap. Don't be pressed up against it, but a very small gap just so you can rotate fluidly and have enough space. When you bring that arm up, just rotate through in that punch. Throw that hand. And what I'm doing is I'm really rotating my hips and snapping my body over so that my hand can whip around and really make contact in a nice solid spot consistently. So go ahead and pick a time slot, say 30 seconds. Do that one punch for 30 seconds nonstop. Switch sides, do the other hand. You can do the same thing on a heavy bag if you don't have a wall available, but it's going to make your elbow, your wrist, and your shoulder in a good proper alignment position for you to throw that punch and help you with getting that rotation around and not over punching and overextending that rotation.